Hey everybody, this is Seth keeping it real. I got the best lighting I possibly could. I'm in a hotel in Los Angeles. The reason I'm here is we are scouting out hotels for in 2019 for Just One Dime Warriors. The reason I'm here today is I want to help you guys in every way possible. I'm going to teach you how to build a private label business that works for you instead of you working for it. My teachings come from my own Amazon stores, my own experience, as well as other Just One Dime coaches. Combined, we have a vast amount of experience and knowledge in this industry. And I'm super honored to be part of a community that's grown way beyond Seth just running his Amazon stores and firing Apple. It is way beyond that now, and I'm so grateful for that. So let me know how I can help you. If we get spam comments, I'm just going to put you in a timeout. If you got great questions, I'm going to answer your questions the best that I can. But great to see you, everybody. I'm in Los Angeles. I know a lot of you guys are in LA, so hello, my LA friends. Great to see you guys. And I love the weather here. It's so nice. It's so beautiful here. I love it. Austin is a more beautiful city, but man, does it get hot this time of the year. So this is really, really nice. My wife, she just went out to the pool to take advantage and enjoy it. All right, so I'm going to take you guys through 5 strategies that you can use to find massively potential products. And these 5 strategies have served me for a long, long time, and I want to teach them to you. And over time, I've been able to improve on these strategies and come up with new ones that I find work. Part of selling on Amazon is differentiating not just your product, but your strategy. And that's what these strategies are about. If everyone's using the same strategy, eventually that strategy gets really saturated. And so I'm going to teach you 5 things today, and then I'm going to look at the chat and we'll do live Q&A. But great to see you guys, and I will help you guys with your specific questions as soon as I can. Strategy number 1, when your competition is too great for a particular category, and this is whether or not you started selling or you're new, the key is to niche down. When you niche down, you can make a ton of money. Like Pat Flynn said, the riches are in the niches. This is how you do it. And I'm actually going to share my screen and show you guys exactly how to do that. So sharing my screen right now. Give me one moment. All right. So let me give you the example of the barbecue grill light. I love this example because it works in so many different ways. I'm in a tool called Amazon. By the way, guys, I don't have an affiliation with them. We're not like business partners or anything. You can get this tool for free. But I like the tool because this tool has helped me find more potential products on Amazon than any other product, than any other tool out there. Now, if I go here and I'm in barbecue grill light, let's just say this is the product that I want to sell. But I realize that the competition is saturated. Let's just say instead of 5 top competitors, let's say it has 50 top competitors. Now, a lot of people would stop at this point and they would say, you know what? I can't sell this product. It's too much competition. Wait. You're focusing on the wrong thing. You're focusing on the product instead of the niche. Remember, a market niche is where you have multiple type keywords that all point to the same potential product. So if I go over here to competitors and reports in the top right and I click on it, this is going to take me to the actual top competitors. And I can scroll through here and look at these. And let's just say I want to look at this one here, the LED Concepts LED Barbecue Grill Light. Actually, let's just go for the top one right now. I'm going to open it on Amazon, and I'm going to figure out what is a subcategory of this product that I could sell. And the way to do it is I just start reading. Okay, it says Weber 7516 Grill Out Handle Light. That's a horrible title, but they're still selling well because of the brand. That's interesting little concept right there to keep in mind. Grill handle light for barbecuing at night, turns on and off manually with tilt sensor activation. Okay, so if it sees motion, it's going to turn on and off. These bulbs last for up to 10,000 hours, resist heat. What I'm looking for is a subcategory of this. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to look at the title, I'm going to look at the bullet points, and I'm especially going to look at the reviews. So if I go to reviews and I sort them based on 2-star, I would not recommend starting with the 1-star because a lot of times that's a result of one of 2 things. The customer had a bad day, like they had a really bad headache, and so they just decided to take it out on the listing. I know it's brilliant, but that's how some people are. Or number 2, it is a competitor review. So I would start with the 2 and 3 and begin to study these and say, okay, what is it about these reviews that people don't like about this product? I'm going to start with the first one. Oh, and by the way, notice I sorted it by top rated. Now, why did I do that, you guys? Because top rated means it was upvoted the most. See right here where it says 2 people found this helpful, 7 people found this helpful, 1 person found this helpful. On this first page, you're going to see 3 people found this helpful. it's going to be sorted based on what people voted the most. And the more they vote that review, the more it shows up first. And because Amazon defaults to sorting reviews by top rated instead of by most recent, these are the reviews that are going to cause customers to decide whether or not to buy the product. Therefore, the ones that they are reading and the ones that people felt was helpful is the most key place to find how to differentiate your product. Guys, my secret weapon for making millions on Amazon, and when I say making, I'm talking about profit, not just revenue. My secret weapon has been this: study your competitor critical reviews. That has helped me differentiate more than anything else. It makes my PPCI campaigns work. It makes me stand out from the competition. It allows me to enter new product categories that no one else is in, so I can succeed. So I just want you to look for a minute at this first review. Great product, except it's not even close to waterproof. Okay, so their problem is it's not waterproof. Let's look at the next one. Worked great for a few months, then started accumulating water. That's interesting. Great job lighting the grill. Switches to dim mode when the grill is closed. Great, it's supposed to shut itself off after you're done. The button to turn it off does nothing. So what happened? You're starting to see reasons people don't like it. Let's look at this one. The poorly constructed, the battery and mounting screws are likely to strip. So what I can do is, instead of trying to sell the exact kind of product, I can sell a subcategory of this product or a different version of the product. Even if the competition is great, when you niche down to a subcategory, what happens is your competition goes down, but your conversion goes up, even though the demand is down. It's kind of like the difference between trying to rank for a 2-word keyword called a short tail and a 3 to 4 word keyword called a long tail. The more specific the keyword is, the more detailed it is, the higher it's going to convert. And that's why this is so important. So back to this, I'm looking at these reviews. I could start by saying, you know what? I'm going to make sure that my barbecue grill light, I'm going to make sure that it has a magnet instead of this little clamp. Instead of worrying about the mounting and the screws, I'm going to use a magnet to attach it to the barbecue grill. That's one way of doing it more differentiated. In other words, mine isn't the exact same product because it has a magnet. It's more specific. It is a magnet barbecue grill light. It's not just a barbecue grill light. Now, again, are fewer people searching the word magnet barbecue grill light than barbecue grill light? Yes, of course. But of the people who do search that keyword, which is a subcategory of the main one, the conversion rate is greater. Out of 100 people, more people are going to buy that than the first one. Okay, let me jump back to you guys. Make sure you can still see me, because sometimes Google Hangouts is really weird. Okay, back to you. Here we go. All right, so that's the first step. When the competition is too great, niche down. Go to a subcategory. Instead of selling a hydration pack, why don't you sell a 3-liter hydration pack? See, instead of selling essential bottles, why don't you sell essential bottle organizer? See how that works? Now you're going to a subcategory. That is how you make money on Amazon. And a huge amount of products like this can make you up to and more 1,000 a day if you nail it, if you do it right. Let me give you a second, because no one strategy is going to make you a ton of money. You need to have a combination. Number 2, use your BSR to know your competitors' daily sales. This is very important. Now, many people will say, well, I want to find my competitor's sales by doing the 999 trick. And that trick can be helpful. It's where you take the product, you put it in your cart, and where it says 1, you change it to 999 and you hit update, and then it'll automatically show you how many they have left in their cart, in their inventory. It'll say 235. I'm sorry, but this seller only has 235 items. Then you go back and do the same thing the next day, and if it went from 235 to 225, they sold how many? 10. So then you do this for a week or two, and you can get an idea, oh, this guy's selling between 10 and 20 or 10 and 15 a day over a week's period. That's helpful. The problem is that's becoming less and less helpful for 2 reasons. Number 1, you can actually hide your inventory count from your competition in Seller Central, or you can do it by uploading a flat file. So those are 2 different ways people can do that. Second reason it's difficult is because it's long and it's tedious. If you have a tool like Amazon, which I just showed you, or if you're part of Just One Dime, we actually give you guys a full-on spreadsheet with BSRs and the approximate daily sales based on those BSRs. You can know what your competitors are selling. Just earlier today, I was on Instagram on my phone, and someone said, Seth, how do I know how much inventory to buy? You go and you look at your daily sales of your top competitors. If on the first page of search results, all of them are selling approximately 15 a day, and you plan on being on the first page, you know, okay, out of 30 days, I just multiply 30 by 15, and I know, I think that's 450. I know how much inventory I need over the next month, so you can plan that out. BSR is one of the most important pieces of information on Amazon because it teaches you about the competition, which ultimately teaches you about your customer. Number 3 strategy. Find a life hack website and create a product that solves the problem. Let me just show you guys an example. I love this example. Give me 1 second. Let me go back to my screen here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys an example of a life hack or a website you can do this with. Let me know when you can see my screen. There we go. Okay, so you can see right here. Okay, there are life hack. Here, let me reload this. There are life hacks all over the internet. I mean, a ton of them. And I'm going to share with you one of my favorite examples. This actually was done, and it's awesome. Let's just say you're on a life hack website, and it says, here's a life hack. Do you find that when you drop food or scrape plates after dinner into your sink, and the grinder, the disposal, even though you hit the switch and it grinds it up, it kind of stinks? And you might even put some Dawn soap. Have you guys done that? I've done this before down there to help with the smell. But if you actually take a lemon rind and you drop it down there, even when you grind it, it won't tear it up right away. It'll take quite a few days. And it actually takes care of the smell. So you're like, I just found a really good life hack that's practical. What if I turn this into a product? In other words, it's a little patch of lemon rind that I drop into the hole and I sell it. It's like a combined, it's lemon rind smell or the grind of the powder into one little pouch, and all they do is drop it in there, done. I don't have to go buy a lemon. I don't have to cut it up. I don't have to worry about the mess. I just have a pack of them. And every month I drop a new one in and it smells amazing. If this has been done and it's making well over 1,000 a day, that's a beautiful example, you guys, of how you can use a life hack to sell, to turn it into a product that works. And the beauty of it is the research is already done for you. You can already tell by looking online have an idea of what the demand level is based on the interaction on different life hacks, especially when they allow you to comment. And when there's a lot of comments on one, you know that has a high interest. Some of the most simple, inexpensive, high volume, as in high demand products you can find for selling on Amazon are going to be on life hack websites. And this is just one example that I want to show you guys. Number 4. Let me go back to you guys so I can see you. Give you the 4th one. Give me 1 second. Okay, number 4. If I was in your shoes, I would find a local supplier that is selling a product that is really good at the manufacturing process, but they are terrible at selling. They don't know how to rank. They don't understand BSR. They don't understand PPC ads. They have a website maybe, but it's just limping along. And you can go to similarweb.com, type in that website, and it'll quickly tell you how well it's ranking. What is its ranking? What is its monthly search volume? What is its bounce rate out of 100 people? How many people leave within the first few seconds? You can actually find suppliers on eBay, we did this, who are really, really good at manufacturing a product, but they're terrible at their listing. Their photos are terrible. They don't know how to rank. And you realize they love the craft. They love what they're building. You guys probably saw me do a live Instagram video on this a while back ago where we partnered up with this lady. Turns out she's local to sell a particular product I'm not going to tell you about, but basically this product she sold to the Queen of England. And you partner up with them. And because you're taking care of the marketing side, because that's what you understand, and they're taking care of the supplier side, you just split everything 50-50. They pay for the product, you pay for the marketing and the ads. And in anything like retail packaging, you would split on that, but they build the product. And their job is to be scalable and create a great product, and your job is to get them feedback on what is working and what is not. This can make you a ton of money. And it is a great, what I love about it, guys, is it solves one of the biggest challenges to an Amazon seller. And that is the supplier, the manufacturer. That is one of the biggest challenges you will ever run into, is how do I find a supplier who can keep up on producing the products I need at a good rate, and I can trust that the work they're doing is good. When you're working with an overseas supplier, obviously the chance of something going wrong increases because you don't see them face to face. That's why I highly recommend you go to China, talk to your supplier if you're really in this for the long run and you want to build a relationship and have more trust and invested interest. But if you find someone in the US, guys, go to eBay right now and just start searching. Find a beautiful product that doesn't sell well. Then go research that using tools to find out there's high demand. You can be the person who fixes the problem. Like, you got a great product, you don't know how to sell it, I can show you how to do that. And when you bring those two together, that is a massive opportunity. All right, let me give you one more tip, guys, and then I'll answer your questions. I love this one. Find a product with massive demand. Did you just say that? Massive demand? Are you serious? Yes, massive demand. And terrible reviews. I'll show you. For those of you guys who use Amazal, you're going to really appreciate this. This does require a paid version of Amazal, and for Just One Dime members, you guys get this anyways. So if you're Just One Dime member, use what I'm about to tell you. See product database there on the upper right? See where my mouse is, everybody? I'm just going to click product database. And I'm going to come down here, and I want you to watch how I filter this out. The product database is awesome because it gives you a list of products that are already vetted, that are already filtered, that already have some kind of high potential. It's like the difference between, digging through, using a teaspoon to find gold, and you get out a tractor and you go through a lot of dirt quickly to get to the gold. It's filtered out. So you're going to find high potential products a lot faster when you use Amazal's product database. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. First of all, you come up here, you can select whatever categories you want. You can see I selected some of my favorite: office, patio, lawn, pet supplies, kitchen. These are the ones we make the most money off of. Okay, I'm just going to select a few of these. See this one, this one, this one. And then I come down here, and the price is going to be between 25 and 150. Do you like how I said 150? I don't care if it's 100. I don't care if it's 300. I want to know what is the product opportunity. If you have enough capital, once you've been selling Amazon for a while, you can take risk and sell higher, more expensive products. Now, I'm going to ignore the BSR, and I'm going to look at the stars. This is what's important. The stars, the reviews, are between 1 and 3. And no more than 500 reviews because I don't want it to be too saturated. Notice the pounds is up to 10 pounds. I don't want it to be lighter than a pound necessarily. In fact, sometimes one of our Just One Dime members did this. She was just under a pound in the product, but when you add on the shipping weight, she went over a pound. Therefore, she got charged all the extra fees. So instead of whining, complaining, and saying, oh, what do I do? My life is over, she actually added more to her product. She built it into a bundle, and she is crushing it on Amazon. So she leveraged that. So I'm not too worried about the weight. It really depends on the product. I want at least 15 sales a day and revenue of 120. So we got sales volume, we got sales revenue. Now, notice again, the stars are 1 to 3. In other words, these are pretty terrible products. Now, when I hit search, I want you guys to notice the kind of products I'm going to find. And some of these are extremely saturated. Look at this 1-star review, 3-star reviews, 2.5-star reviews, 2-star reviews. But what's over here, look at the daily sales estimate, 41 daily sales, 41. So in other words, if people are buying this much and the reviews are that bad, 1 star, and they're selling 41 a day, what did I just find, you guys? I found a product that has massive demand. How do I know that? Because so many people are selling it, even though the reviews are terrible. And as a result, I can go in and differentiate my product and make it better. Now, let me show you one more thing. When I go and look at the product, I'm going to study the reviews to try to understand what is the weakness of the product. What is it about it that people hate? When I understand what they don't like about the product, I can fix the problem. Now, keep in mind, some products are inherently more difficult to fix and will tend to get worse reviews no matter what. It's just the way they are. And so keep that in mind. Be smart. The number one most important factor for customer service is make sure you do not do failed expectations. You want to surprise and delight. You want to go above and beyond what you're offering. So if it's a product that it's really hard to exceed their expectation, I wouldn't touch it. But if you find that its reviews are really terrible, yet it's selling like crazy, you have a massive opportunity, my friend. Let me show you an example of what I was showing you before. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to go back over here so you can see it. Okay, so I want you to see this product here. And then I want you to look at this one. Now, notice something about these two products. This is like a bonus tip for you guys. What do these products do? They keep pests away. Eco Defense Pet. And this one does the same thing. It takes care of mosquitoes and ants and cockroaches and all those, fuzzy friends that we love. But what's different about them, and they're a completely different product, but they serve the same purpose. This one, in this situation, is, look what it uses. It's an encapsulation process using essential oils to drive off pests or to create a barrier for them. It's using a natural process. But this one is using sonar. It is sonic. It is using sound. Now, what did we just discover? Guys, if you find, here, let me go back to you. If you find a product that is extremely saturated on Amazon, instead of jumping in, it's like, me too, I want to sell it too, and getting crushed by the competition, and instead of running away, like, oh, I'm not going to touch it, it's too much competition, why not come up with a different means of solving the problem? In other words, the keywords are going to be the same somewhat, like pest control, pest barrier, cockroach, ant, spider, wasp, all these different bugs that we don't like. What you can do is, instead of doing sonar, you do essential oils. It's same keywords. There's demand, but you're fixing the problem in a different way. It's kind of like the bark collars. A lot of people said, I don't want to shock my dog. So what they did is they said it so you can record on the bark collar and say it like, hey, come here, or hey, stop. And instead it's hearing their master's voice when they're far off. Same problem being solved in a different way. So you essentially launch a different product, but you're less risked. It's less risky because you already know that there's massive demand. All right, let me jump to the questions. Hope this has been super helpful to you guys. These are methods that work, you guys. They're not easy, but they work. And my goal is, if someone tells you selling on Amazon, it's easy, you just do this and you do this and this, it's not true. It's not easy. It's hard. But in my opinion, in my limited, experienced opinion, it is the fastest way to build passive income in the world today. I know of no other method. We have multiple businesses. We have 15 businesses. Amazon is the most passive income for us. Coaching is not passive. You got to work your tail off because you're constantly having to update and respond and help. And it's different. But Amazon's different. Like once it's selling, it keeps selling. And now you focus on the next launch and the next launch and the next launch. See what I mean? All right, let me answer some of these questions here. Okay, I'm just going to go scroll way back up. Give me 1 minute, you guys. Great to see you, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. All right, great questions in here, by the way. All right. Absolutely, no problem. Happy to do it, Julia. New Amazon seller, not okay. Let me start with Sonia. She says, "Hey guys, I'm a new Amazon seller. I'm not selling a unit per day." Sonia, there are two things you want to know about your listing on Amazon. Number one, is it discoverable? How can I find it? You need to know the top keywords. There should be 5 to 7 keywords that are your most important keywords. And if you go and search the words, your list show up, preferably on the first page. Because 80% of all sales happen on the first page of search results. And of those 80%, 66% of those are the top 3 spots. So you're probably, if your listing's not selling at all, first of all, we need to find out, is it discoverable? And the way you make it discoverable is you run a PPC ad campaign so it actually does show up. Now that it's showing up, people can see it, Sonia. And now the question is, out of 100 people, how many will buy the product? And if your conversion is low, in other words, it's showing up because you search and you test it, but no one's buying it, you realize the problem is the listing. Let me put it this way, Sonia. If I was to take your 10 top competitors and I searched on Amazon and the 10 show up as well as yours, why, Sonia, would I buy your product? Why would I buy it? I mean this respectfully. Why would I buy your product? Your product looks so amazingly good at listing. Of course, I would buy yours first. And because you're a new seller, you just launched, you need more credibility. It's going to be harder to start because other people already started. So that's called differentiation, where you make your product fix a need in such a unique way that it makes me want to buy it and your conversion is strong. Again, everyone, your listing on Amazon is either has to be discoverable and desirable, ranking and converting. Okay, so desirability refers to how good is your listing. How differentiated is it? How beautiful is it? Is your first photo awesome? Is your price competitive, but you're not in the price war? Do you understand the price cap? That's what we're talking about conversion. Over here, or desirability. Over here, we're talking about ranking, discoverability. It needs to show up. How do you make it show up? By sales or PPC or giveaways. And I would start with PPC till you get sales. Only do giveaways if you really need a huge boost because it's really expensive to do. Hope that's helpful. Sonia, what's up, Jerry? How do I get my first product out of stranded inventory? There are over 200 available, but per my listing, they're not available. So when you set out your shipping, did you do it encased or did you do it random? How did you set up your shipping? I always do it case packed because otherwise it can get stranded. You're going to have to contact Amazon. It's going to take some time and get that worked out. And sometimes it can take a long time. And if I was in your shoes, if at all possible, if you have more inventory at home, send it in so it's selling. So while you're working in this issue, you have cash flow. Because just like me, like guys, let me show you something. So I'm right now, you guys are going to get a kick out of this. Okay, so I'm back. You know, when my wife and I travel, I bring a lot of goods. Like I bring, these are awesome, by the way, dried mango slices, protein bars. This is going to look really cheesy to you, but look, we even brought protein powder. Look at that. I just mix it in water. It tastes disgusting, but it's good for me because I don't have my blender. More food, beef jerky. Why do I do that? Because I need food to stay healthy. Your business needs cash flow. Guys, you need to move towards cash flow as fast as you can because once you have cash flow, you can use it to sustain your business. Just like if you have a kid, you're going to feed your kid. Your kid's not going to do well if they don't get food. You got to feed them, right? So make sure you move to cash flow as quickly as you can. All right, next question, Sonia. How to get the best PPC campaign when I'm not selling? So you can't run a PPC campaign when you're not selling. You have to have it in inventory. You have to have a professional seller account. You're spending $39.99 a month, $39, basically $40, in order to run your PPC ad campaign. What's up, Rawan? Good to see you. My eyeballs are hanging out from lack of sleep. So sorry, Gail. I'm doing pretty good. I'm sorry. All right. I understand. What's up, Lynette? Good to see you. Evening, Dinah. All right. Hey, dedication being up at 3. That is awesome. Okay, Russ has a question, everyone. Can you use the same name for a product if the two products are obviously different from each other? Say, Squirt and Play spray string and Squirt and Play water gun. Yeah, absolutely. You can do Squirt and Play for both. No problem at all. Just make sure, if I was in your shoes, you get to brand it as soon as possible. Figure out what your brand is. If you're doing toys or sports and outdoors, it sounds like it's something like that. Find a brand name that's fitting. Get it registered so you can get brand registered on Amazon and eventually brand gated. Amazon treats people building branded, legitimate businesses the best. And if you want to make money long-term, that's how you do it. Guys, someone on our Just One Dime team sold their business. So many of you guys saw it for over $600,000. They joined Just One Dime. They built up their business. They sold it for over $500,000. Last March, someone did it for over $1 million. Guys, that's how you make money. You build a business with a brand. You cannot sell these businesses if it is not brand focused. And that's why we teach very much on not just selling stuff to make cash, but building a brand that people love. All right. What's up, guys? We'll give you even 3 minutes or more. Thanks, Bob. I appreciate it. Okay. Seth, will you give some strategies, metrics for the German market? Yes, Dina, I will. Meet me in London on September the 8th. I will be there. And myself and Dan Rogers will be teaching you guys how to rank products, how to build businesses specifically for Europe. And guys, I will share the link below here in a minute. If you guys didn't hear about that, we're going to Europe to help you guys out. All right, Anastasia, how's it going? Hi, Seth. How to really deal with Chinese. They send great quality first time. After that, cheaper quality. It's hard to deal with this Chinese. I totally understand. Been there, done that many times, and I can absolutely help you. First of all, every time I have a supplier build me a product, especially if it's not in the US, I have my sourcing agent check the product. They do what's called an inspection. Usually it's a 20%. That's industry standard. I'm not going to check every single product. You don't need that. But they're going to check 20 out of 100 product. They're going to exactly what for send back me a 25+ page document on all the details. Even if there's like a hair or a smudge on the glass on one of our products, they will tell me. And they know exactly what to look for. They also do some video taking out of the box. If it's operational, some of the toys that we sell, that you can see what they're doing, make sure it works, does it make the right sounds and all that cool stuff, put it back in the box, the next one. You must do this because this will happen. The other thing is when you purchased it, did you use trade assurance through Alibaba? I know Alibaba gets a lot of rap by some teachers out there, and I think it's sad, and here's why. Even though Alibaba does have some scams and some really low-quality suppliers, the founder of Alibaba is a very honorable man. This guy went from a school teacher to billionaire, and like it's just amazing what Jack Ma's done. The resources behind Alibaba are amazing. No one else is doing it like they are. The trade assurance allows you to make sure you don't send them the remaining 70% of the money because you first send 30% until they send you a bunch of products and they're crap. You had it inspected first. And I know at first like, oh, wait, I have to pay for inspection. Yeah, it might cost a couple hundred, but I promise you that's a lot less money than the money you can make per day on Amazon if you get your listing moving forward. All right, great to see you, Greg. Thank you, everybody. All right, Zach, how's it going, man? Hey, Seth, I recently started selling on Amazon. Congratulations. I have had a lot of success so far with my first private label product. That's awesome. However, my brand is at risk of being confused with someone else's trademark. Any advice? Yes. Go change your brand name and go. And if you're not brand registered yet, you can do it easily. Once you're brand registered, you can't do that. You can't just go change the brand name or change the UPC. You have to create a whole new listing. Get a different brand. I know it's a pain. I think you change your listing and maybe what's on the product. I don't know how well branded the product is, but if it's possibly going to be confused with a trademark, it's asking for trouble. If not today, after you're making millions, it will be trouble. Because here's the thing. When you start making a lot of money, you become a target. Some people, they want to know you and get to be friends with you because they respect you, and others because they want money from you. They want to take advantage of you. So be smart and protect yourself. Great question, by the way. All right. Mark, how's it going, brother? Good to see you, man. Best way to protect your product design from competition if you don't have the capital to get a design patent. Here's what I would recommend, Mark. If you can start the process for a design patent, just start it, man. That way you can at least say patent pending. Most people will not touch that with a 10-foot pole. It's not super expensive to start. It is super expensive to get it complete. Now, design patents are cheaper, most usually, than utility patents. So that does give you an advantage. Second, do you have a trademark, brother? And did you apply for brand registry? Once you have the trademark approved, you apply for brand registry. Almost always, unless there's something weird or funky with your account, Amazon approves that. And now you have a brand name on it. This protects you. It means no one else can edit your listing. You could still get hijackers, yes, but they can't edit your listing. And then you submit a copy infringement report, and it's much easier to get Amazon to back you up, especially if you order their product, show that it's not the same. Hey, this is my brand, this is my trademark, here's what I've done. Amazon will reward you for that. So think long-term, think, okay, 2 years from now, where does Mark Nassar want to be? Or Mark Nasser, sorry if I messed up your name. Where do I want to be? What will that Mark thank me for? So don't take shortcuts, think long-term. And if you're limited on capital, and I say this in all honesty, brother, if you have to sell something on the side, start doing some arbitrage, do it. I drove for Uber to pay off my car, so I'd have enough capital over here to start a business while I was doubling my dime. Do what you have to do. Think long-term. What's up, Martin? Hey, Seth, thank you for taking the time. Absolutely, you in love. How can I get more sales in ranks? So I answered your question earlier. Great question, by the way. All right. Hi, I have to buy courses. If you're looking for the course that we offer, it's not just a course, it's a membership, it's a community, it's a lot of people. Go to justonedime.com/coaching. I love this question. Salima, how do you handle analysis paralysis and doubt and fear? Now, here's what's funny. The answer is in the about section of this video, Salima. We have what's called the product evaluation tool. And we have a souped up, awesome version of this for members only, but you have an introductory version for you and anyone else who's not a member. What it will do is it allows you to place in all your research data, and on the right, it will analyze it based on a score. So for example, if you look at Google Trends and you see your product is going like this, you would say inconsistent. If it's going like this, you would say steadily rising, and it will give you a number to assign. At the end, it'll give you a total. The reason this is important is I know how you feel. And for me, usually it's more about, I just get so much data in my head. It's like, I need to organize it. How do I organize this? It'll tell you at the end, is this a 5-star product, a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? It'll give you a strong idea of whether or not this is a potential product to sell on Amazon. And it helps you to be objective. Second, if you tend to be an analysis paralysis person, you might be left-brained, you're more of a thinker. Find someone who's a little more impulsive. They're good for you. They will help you to move forward. This is the awesome part about doing life with my wife is I'm much more, by nature, I'm more impulsive and I like to take risks. She's more calculated. When we work together, it's really good teamwork. And it's very similar with us as coaches in Just One Dime. We all have different personalities and strengths, so we help strengthen each other through that. All right. Yes, I love California, guys. What's up, Chan? Seth, is it okay or recommended to show competitors' product on your image or video to show differentiation in how your product is better? I love this question. Technically, it's not, because when someone takes a photo of their product, that's their photo. However, what you can do, if you want to be safe, and I would recommend you play this safe, I wouldn't mess with this one, is you can, it's going to sound weird, create something that looks like the competition or clearly is talking about them without using the brand name. You'll see this on TV commercials all the time and ads and for massive companies. But you have better than you know AT&T's talking about Verizon, but they didn't actually mention them. Now, there are times, yes, where you can do that, like the Mac versus PC commercials. Amazon, I've not done this, so I don't know how Amazon respond to it. That's why I'm hesitant to say go do it. I love how you're thinking. You're thinking outside the box. It's guerrilla warfare. You're finding a way to make it happen. Even though they're bigger and stronger than you, you're going to find a way. So I would just be cautious. Make sure you get the point across without ever showing their trademark. Hope that's helpful. Or their actual photos. Okay. Oh, Kat stepped on Drake on keyboard. I love it. What are the best tools to use with Amazon? Amazao is my favorite. I'll tell you exactly what I think of tools, guys. Market intelligence from Viral Launch is an awesome tool, but it tells you they have search volume on Amazon. Amazon does not release that data. They don't have that data. So that bothers me. I don't like that. Amazon does not release search volume. So to do that, you technically have to get that PPC from impressions. However, it doesn't do that. They use merchant words, which is global search volume. Amazao has helped me more than any other tool. And it is free, or you can get a paid version, or if you're a member of Just One Dime, you get a whole year of a massive level of the version. So that's my favorite tool. A lot of people think I hate Jungle Scout. I don't hate Jungle Scout, but it's just not as accurate as I would like. It gives you a quick overview, but I think a lot of people use it because it's convenient. But if you actually, I would ask everyone here, go look at your sales and look at Jungle Scout. How close are they? In my experience, just from the last time I checked, it was 50 to 75% out. Market intelligence was only 30% out. Amazao was only 10 to 15% out. So for me, accuracy is more important than convenience, because guess what? Being accurate will make me money. Being convenient will not. So if I want to make money, that matters more, you guys, and that's why I love that. All right. Let's see. Okay, Satkus, how are you doing? Hey, Seth, it's Sat. What's up, brother? Guys, can I just brag on Sat for a while? Just for a minute, guys. Listen, Sat is a Just One Dime warrior. Have any of you guys had your reviews wiped from Amazon? I know it made your day. You probably celebrated and had a big birthday party. Do you know he launched with no reviews? Do you know that he now has 12 5-star organic reviews and he's selling fast and hard? How did he do it? He did what he was taught. He differentiated his product. He made it stand out. He took the time and the pain to build it right. And that, my brother, is why you have my respect. Because what you did is, instead of whining and complaining about, oh, Amazon, you took my reviews, you said, wait, why don't me and my wife think of a better way to do it? Let's differentiate. Let's do something that's longer lasting. Now he's crushing it, you guys, as a result of that. So, Sat, hope you don't mind me embarrassing a little bit by complimenting, but I just want to say that's awesome. Okay, his question is, if you have a child variation and separate it from the parent, do you leave those reviews behind to the parent? Amazon, in the past, and this is changing, the parent, so keep in mind the parent doesn't sell. If you have a parent and a child, the parent never sells. If I have, the parent is a pin, then, and this is blue, and I add a black pin, now I have a blue and a black, and the parent is just a holding place. Like a holding company, it doesn't do anything but hold the two babies that sell. It sounded weird, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say, right? Okay. So if you separate it out, you now have two independent listings. You don't call them parents anymore. And as a general rule of thumb, and this is not always the case because Amazon's as unpredictable as the Michigan weather, the original listing becomes the child. It will retain the reviews. They are not split. Now, I have not experienced this yet, that Amazon now has something set up where they're splitting out the reviews, but you have no control of how they do it. Now, let me share something cool with what Sat's telling you. And what I'm about to tell you guys is gold, okay? I'm telling you this from experience that will make you freaking money. So listen closely what I'm about to tell you guys. Don't miss this. If you have a listing and you have 4 child or children underneath that listing, a blue pin, a green, a red, a yellow, an aqua. That was not 4, but I was good in math. Okay. You split them out so they're all individual listings. You know what that means? Imagine going to Amazon and searching blue writing pen and your listing comes up 5 times. How did it come up 5 times on the first page? What? How is it possible? Because each of those previous child listings is now its own listing. So you're now dominating that first page of search results, and you're running ads. So you got 5, and you got more from the ads. You potentially could have 10. Do you guys see how awesome this is? This is why you need knowledge to make money. If I go and search your listing and you're doing a good job in your PPC ads, you're opening the gates. You are not in this for like, oh, let me try. No, you're like, I'm doing this all the way. I'm going to build freedom for my family. And I realize that first page of search results is dominated with your ads and your listing. Do you think I'm going to buy your product? Very likely. Why? Because there's 2 ways people buy, and they're both complementary. One, they buy based on comparison. They'll go, the blue pin looks cheap, but the red pin looks awesome, even though it's exactly the same pin. But it's like mental. You know, we're all mental. And they'll buy the red one just because they have a feeling. But if you only had the red one on there, they wouldn't have been able to compare it to the blue one. They may have never bought. So people buy based on comparison. Second, they buy based on volume. The more often you see something, the more likely you are to buy it. If every day someone tells you, get a credit card, it will make your life free, and even though I don't agree with that, at some point your chances of buying or getting a credit card are much higher than if someone didn't tell you that. You see? So I hope that answers your question, Sat. And that hack I just gave you is for free, my friends. All right. Sorry if it's blurry, guys. Hope you can hear me. I can see myself fine, but it's probably the internet here. Increased it some. Let's keep going. Okay, Alex says, Seth, there are even successful sellers that actually are arguing that the lowest BSR is not the best. Is this possible? 100% yes, because if the BSR is super low, the competition is great. Now remember, when you hunt for a product to sell on Amazon, you're not looking at one listing, you guys. Never do that. Because if you do that, you're just doing a me too. Oh, they sell, I'm going to sell too. No one's going to buy your product because yours has to be better. They need a reason to buy it. You're looking at what's called a market niche. And a market niche means there are multiple keywords all pointing to the same product. Let's use this as an example. Okay, check it out. You ever had these before? I actually don't like this flavor because I do not like peanut butter, but these bars are awesomely good. This is an oat mega bar, super healthy, really good for you. I'm getting hungry now looking at it, even though it's got peanut butter in it. And I search oat meg peanut butter bar. And Bobby McGee searches oat meg protein bar. And Lucy Pickleberry searches protein bar grass-fed whey. 3 different people search 3 different things. Your goal is that all of them pull up your bar. In other words, 3 different markets, 3 different key terms pointed to the same product. That is called, my friends, a market niche. So you don't want to just find one product and say, oh, that's a good product, I'm going to sell, look at the BSR. You want to look at multiple keywords that point to the same product. And when you look at competitors, you're going to look, you'll look at like 10 different competitors, some different versions of protein bars, but you need to know the keywords. That's how you sell. That's how you build a brand. All right, guys, I'm going to run to the gym. I need to go to the gym before I go visiting hotels. I hope this has been super helpful to you. This is Seth, Can you Keep It Real? Really quick, I want to show you guys outside. I'm in Los Angeles. For those of you guys who are not following me on Instagram, you're going to get 30 minutes to 45 minutes of free training every freaking day. So go to Instagram Monday through Friday, very consistently. I've only missed a few. You see Los Angeles, beautiful, smoggy, but awesome Los Angeles. But go to Instagram, instagram.com, Seth Kaniep, or just find me, Seth Kaniep. And I give a ton of helpful training on there Monday through Friday. It's anywhere from 15 minutes to 45, sometimes over an hour, to help you guys succeed. Warriors, I love you guys. Keep crushing it. I hope that you find a ton of value in this today. If you're not a part of Just One Dime and you want a systematic way to do this step by step from beginning to end, just go to justonedime.com/coaching, sign up. A coach will email you today to have a one-to-one to help you crush it.